they stood at ringside while that match went on. There was a spot where Daphne pulled Angelina Love out of the ring by her legs and dropped her right on her fucking head. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Thought they were going to kill that poor girl. But in the end, Angelina Love wins by DQ after they all beat her down and beat her up with the ugly stick or whatever. So that was that. And Tara came out and made the save, I believe, and they set up Tara versus Daphne for the Knockouts title at the Destination X pay-per-view this Sunday.
Destination X, yeah, it's coming up this Sunday night, man, on pay-per-view. And then we've got, Jesus, man, well, we've had a couple weekends off, man. We haven't worked.
Yeah, well, we won't for a long time now.
I know, dude.
Especially with MMA. I ran down MMA for you the other day, the schedule. It's ridiculous how much is about to be done.
I know. Well, and then you said UFC is on Versus. I mean, it starts this weekend, dude. Not only that, but we've got boxing events. We've got, they announced, what was it, Yuri Foreman versus Miguel Cotto. They announced that for Yankee Stadium. Not sure when the date of that is. And then we've got Mayweather versus Mosley coming up on May 1st. I think Klitschko's fighting this upcoming week. I mean, there's crazy.
We got, I don't know how long it is away, but we got Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins coming up, too. There's a lot.
And then the Super 8, right? The Super 8 is going to start back.
I thought you said they bailed on that.
No. They took a break. Well, Bercho bailed out on that, and then.
Oh, I thought Jermaine Taylor bailed out.
No, it was Jermaine Taylor. You're right.
Yeah.
Jermaine Taylor. Right, and then no, that's going to start back up. It may be this weekend. If it's not this weekend, then it's the following weekend over on Showtime. That's going to start back up. So yeah, man. I mean, boxing. I mean, there's going to be shit every weekend, dude.
I know.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that echo is killing me, bro. I can't get over it. It's hard to keep hearing myself.
I don't hear anything, man. We're good over here.
You're not echoing. Only I am. I can hear myself right when I finish speaking. But anyways, when we left off on TNA, we were in the ring. Hulk Hogan comes out. I'm trying to skim this real quick. But anyways, he just comes out and says he wants answers. Because he said, Abyss is fine, blah, 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 but he can't get the image or the sound of Abyss screaming why, Sting, why out of his head. And he tells Sting to get out here. Sting comes out from the rafters and takes his sweet-ass time getting to the ring. Seemed like it took forever. He finally gets near the ring. He gets on the ramp or something, and RVD comes out from nowhere and beats him down from behind. How does it transition?
We don't have to do. I mean, we don't have to run down everything on TNA. We can just do the main events if you want. Do the.
Well, this was one of the main angles. This was their 10 p.m. thing right here.
Yeah, the Hogan Sting thing. Yeah, we'll run down that, and then we can just skip over to the main event, and then we'll take a break. And then in hour number 2, we're kind of sucking it up here, to be honest with you, in hour number 1. This is kind of a shitty hour. I mean, it kind of sucks. That's why I hate doing that. You know, everybody's already seen Raw. Everybody's already seen Impact, so to just kind of run it down, I mean, it just kills time, you know what I mean? But it's kind of, it's kind of fucking boring, isn't it? You know?
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you've stuttered a few thousand times already this show. I don't know.
Nah.
But anyways, while that was going on, RVD throws Sting's bat into Hogan, and Hogan's about to beat up Sting with the bat until Bischoff comes out and screams at Hogan not to do it. He promised Brooke he wouldn't wrestle or fight anymore, and he needs to let that part of his life go. Bischoff has security get Sting out of the ring, and that was pretty much it for that. So backstage we see Jeff Jarrett and Hernandez getting ready to talk, and this was kind of cool. Because as they were talking, you see Bischoff in the distant background walking from the ring back to the backstage, and he stops when he sees them talking, and he kind of eavesdrops in on their conversation. And Jarrett and Hernandez set up plans to go beat up Beer Money, and then Bischoff cuts him off and stops him, says that ain't going to happen. And basically, in the end, it was different. It was going to be Hernandez in a handicap match against Beer Money, and then Jeff Jarrett was going to be the special guest referee, and if he did anything out of line, that was going to be it for him. So keep that in mind for later.
That's the ongoing storyline with Jeff Jarrett. Basically, he gets no music when he comes to the ring, and he's got to work his way up from being, a janitor to just a jobber or a referee or
he's going from owner to the very bottom again. They got the same thing going with Foley almost. Foley and Bischoff and Jarrett and Bischoff, almost the same thing.
Right. But, I'll tell you what, the Foley stuff with Bischoff, which we're going to get to here in just a couple minutes with the head shaving thing, was pretty cool.
It was retarded to do it though. They didn't build it up at all. They did it on a tape show where you knew it was coming instead of a pay-per-view, no less. I mean, it was pointless for one, but I mean, I guess they thought it would draw or something on TV.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, the thing about the tape show, and I know that most of TNA's audience, that 1.0 rating is mostly internet-based, but a lot of other people, have no idea that it's a tape show. So I don't know.
Yeah. From there, we had the 5-minute challenge for $25,000, Nash and Hall. Luckily, this didn't go 5 minutes because they were too slow old guys. They're awesome, like, on the microphone. Nash was his cool self during the segment earlier. Scott Hall is always entertaining. You know, he's awesome. But, yeah, the match was cut short when, Sean Waltman comes down and they both go to work on Kevin Nash. Eric Young comes out to make the save, but they beat him down, too. So that was that. Backstage, from there, we went to a Beer Money promo. A great promo, by the way. Like, I haven't caught a lot of Beer Money's act because I'm just now getting into TNA. Right. Those guys are fucking awesome, man. Those guys are the shit, bro. They had what was he said? We're all about getting cash and getting trashed, he said. And I don't know, there's just a bunch of cool little taglines. It was cool, man. It was a good little segment.
One thing I wanted to note with Eric Young and Kevin Nash, that's another example of what I talked about earlier, where you're taking a veteran guy and then using a TNA original alongside of him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Basically, I mean, it's good. I like the fact that they're doing that, where they're taking a veteran and putting over the.
In that particular case, don't you think Eric Young sticks out like a sore thumb when you got Nash, Hall, and Waltman, the Wolfpack, the NWO guy, and then there's Eric Young, and he's equally part of it? He just seems like the bastard child of the group or whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's just